Yeah, it's quick. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're gonna be going over a 2020 Lincoln Navigator with the monochromatic package and the luxury package as well. A quick disclaimer, this vehicle actually just got back from being demoed for about 500 miles, so it's not gonna be perfectly clean just because of everything that's happening right now. It does take quite a bit longer to get a vehicle cleaned, I think you guys can understand. But that all being said, we're still gonna do a walk around on this so you guys can see what the monochromatic package is and luxury package as well. A huge shout and thank you to the Lincoln/Ford dealership here in Provo for providing us with the Navigator. Let's get into it. Under the hood of the Navigator, we have a turbocharged 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission, fuel economy 16 around town and 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 450 horsepower and then 500 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over things on the front end of the Navigator. Notice that most of this is blacked out. There are some chrome elements, so like the grille and then the logo, you've got some chrome there, but everything else pretty much is body colored, which looks really nice. You do have these signature LED lights with little LED accent lights, and then the turn signals just down below, just like on every other Lincoln. But the biggest thing that I wanted you guys to see is just how much like body colored elements this has, because it just looks really nice. Coming around the side here, you've got 285mm tires on 22-inch rims, and this is that monochromatic package, so this gives you those rims. So most of the Navigators, just like this one that I have placed here, and there you can notice what the rims look like, and then the rims on this one with the monochromatic package just looks so much better in my opinion. I think it just goes better with the overall theme on this particular Navigator, especially. Got the Navigator logo, and then you still got the little chrome strip down the side, but here is like your full view so you can kind of see what it looks like with those rims in this package. Here is our key fob for this Navigator. You got the Lincoln logo on the back, and then you've got your unlock, lock, remote start, and then the release for the trunk. We'll just remote start it quickly so you guys can hear what it sounds like. And you can hear that 3.5 liter V6. Now just press that again, and then it'll shut everything off. We'll open up the rear, so we just have to press that twice, and then you can see it just instantly pops right open. Now, like I said, this was just demoed, and because of the circumstances happening right now, I can't get it cleaned instantly, but you've got everything here in the back in terms of the space. Under this little mat right here, you can see that we do get a little bit of extra storage space as well. And then this is pretty cool, so all these little buttons here let you do some different stuff. So for example, the third row, I can press this and then it'll automatically fold it down, and then the second row goes in instantly. Oops, I didn't show you guys, but when you press the second row, it just instantly folds down. Now the third row, you can fold it back up. So if you basically press it, you can fold it down, press it again, you can fold it up, whereas the second row you have to just pick back up manually. With the third row popping back up, the one last function we'll go over is just this to lower back down the rear hatch. And notice that it goes back into place. And then here is the rear end on the Navigator, so you still get that LED light bar, still get the chrome accenting on this. Body colored bumper though, and then more chrome accenting with the little parking sensors. Receiver hitch is just under that little bezel right there, and well, that's everything for the rear, except also there's crossbars at the top, so that's what that looks like. Coming to the side here, we've got keyless entry, so one touch to lock it and to unlock it, just put your hand on the back of the door handle. Now here is the panel in the rear, so you've got all soft touch right here with the wood grained trim right there. We've got a couple speakers for the sound system, and then the power running boards will pop right out. Now here are the seats in the back. So the back does have captain chairs for the second row here in the Navigator. Now I will pop in quickly. So stepping up, the running boards make getting in and out really simple, really easy. And then notice here I've got a decent amount of legroom. I went over this in my regular Navigator review, so just look that up in my Lincoln playlist if you want to see all the controls in that little area. Still got the captain chair here on the side, and then there is the third row, which I mean it has an okay amount of legroom, and that's what the seats look like. You actually get some cup holders and storage space back there too, so that's everything for the back. Coming up to the front, just one touch will unlock it. Now looking at the door panel here in the front, it's pretty much identical to the one in the rear. The only difference is your seat controls are on the door panel themselves. I mean, there's so many different adjustments, it's just crazy. Then you got all the window controls just down below. And then here are the seats in the front. I really like the look of them. The feel of them is very nice as well. They're just very soft to the touch. And then there is your little pedal layout down there. At the bottom, got a couple of your light controls. Got the adjustments for the pedals and then the adjustment for the steering wheel. Quickly start up the Navigator. So there's a little graphic right there. Notice that the steering wheel bored into place so that the seat and the screen will all pop on and, well, everything come to life. Here is a full view of the steering wheel. So quickly, volume controls are on this side. You've got little voice command controls, phone controls, and then adaptive cruise control just on the other side, and then very smooth leather all around with the black stitching. Paddles on the back of the steering wheel so you can shift the gears yourself, and then that's for your turn signal, for example, and then also to do the high beams. And over here you've got your windshield wiper stock. Here in the center there's just a couple different menus that you can basically scroll through. Just gives you different bits of information on the Navigator. So for example, I can go to the trip computer, and then since this has 500 miles, you guys can see the MPG that it has been averaging with all of that. So I mean, that's a pretty cool little thing for us to be able to see in the review today, and that's another reason why I kind of picked this out, so we could actually see like real life MPG. But there's also the drive modes, which is the cool little part. So I'll show you guys the drive mode select in a minute, but you've got the normal, and then you have the other normal. So you got 4x4 and then regular normal, and then you got the conserve, which will be like your good fuel economy. Excite, that's like your sport mode basically. And what's cool is if I go into the Excite, let's let the drive mode actually activate. Notice that the screen is just a little bit different with that, but other than that, the coolest thing is these little graphics here in the center, and then you have your slippery, deep snow, and then you've got your snow climb as well. But there are the drive modes here in the Navigator. Here's a quick look at the center infotainment system. You guys have seen this a million times, so I'm just going to briefly go over some things on it. So first off, here's what the camera system looks like when you put it into reverse. Notice that I can press this to go to a couple different views on the camera system. If I press park, instantly goes back. Here's what the navigation screen looks like on it. And then if we go over to the settings tab, this will show us a couple other cool things on it. So for example, we've got like the Lincoln Way, we've got the vehicle information. The thing that is really neat is the ambient lighting. We've got quite a few different options to pick from. And then also on the seats, this is where you're going to activate the massage function, and you can adjust the seats as well. So yeah, pretty good on the infotainment system. This is the gear selector in the Navigator. Now coming down here, we've got the controls for the radio volume controls. You've got heated and cooled seats and the climate controls for the front. And then you can kind of cover everything with these little wood panels, so if you don't want people to see stuff, and also if you just want this to look a little bit cleaner. This is that drive mode select that I was telling you about. This button's auto stop start. This is for the parking sensors. That's a parallel and perpendicular parking assist, auto hold, and your little parking brake. Now the center console itself is pretty interesting. It's these two little things with the wood panel in the center. You pick it up, all lined with felt, decent amount of storage space. It's just interesting that it's not like one big piece of leather. They have like the two separate armrests. And then finally, we do have the glove box over here, which, I mean, it's pretty normal size, and the owner's manual's in there as well. And then notice that we've got the nice soft touch up here, wood trim, and the more soft touch at the very top. Here is the little sunglass holder at the top, and then this does have a panoramic sunroof, but notice that it'll only cover the front seats and the second row. It doesn't go all the way back to the third row. I mean, that'd be a massive sunroof. Universal garage door openers, and well, that's almost everything for the rear. Also, the handholds, they're like wrapped in leather, which is pretty cool. Here's the window sticker on this Navigator Reserve. So this is all the standard equipment. What I wanted to show you guys was the optional equipment. So you can see that this has the 208A group, which notice that it gives you some body colored stuff. So you get the monochromatic Lincoln badge, monochromatic Lincoln grill, and then notice that changes a couple other things. And then down here you do get the wheels with that package as well, with again the monochromatic package. Sorry, that's kind of gone all over the place. But the other thing is the luxury package. So notice that that is $2,500. So if you're wondering on the total price, oh, I better show you the base MSRP first. There's the base MSRP, which is about $84,000, and then after options, $93,645. Let's take her out and see how she drives. That was really stupid. Let's quickly talk about visibility here before we set off in the Navigator, and that was the funniest thing I've ever done, pressing the trailer backup button instead of the push start. I mean, they're in a super similar place, and also now I'm just knocked the windshield wipers. So we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, you guys can see visibility over the hood. It's actually pretty good. there's visibility through both of your mirrors, and then quickly through the rear, it's a bunch of very big windows, so it's easy to see all throughout. The one thing to note is these seats, they have like the nice leather here, but then the back of the seat is just like pretty much plastic, and so it's like it's a weird feel, because like you have this really nice front part of the seat and the back is not, and it's just, I don't know. But well, let's set off. We are about to set off here in the monochromatic package, and I really like the heads-up display on the Navigators. I keep forgetting to like put that in my videos. It makes me feel silly, but I really do like the heads-up display in the Navigators. It just has a really nice look to it. Just like all of the Navigators, I mean, it's just like all the other ones. Really smooth, really comfortable, and I keep pressing the wrong adjustment, trying to adjust the seat, because there's like literally like 30 million adjustments. But yeah, really smooth, really comfortable. Definitely gives you that like luxury car feel. I mean, you guys can just see like steering with one hand, just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of has like that feel where you're just like lofting along, and I really like that. It has a really nice luxury car just feel to it, and it definitely has that like luxury car look as well. And if you're wondering why my glasses keep falling off, it's because it's really hot out today, and I think this is like the first time I've sweated, I don't even know if that's a word, but first time that I've been sweating in such a long time in sun. They're not staying on, of course. We are about to get our acceleration here in the Navigator. Yeah, it's quick. I mean, again, this has about the same amount of power as my Raptor. I mean, the same horsepower, but has 10 pound-feet of torque less, which I think that's interesting. I don't know why they decided to do that, but it's more than adequate on the power side. And the one thing that I am noticing about this monochromatic package and this luxury package is it just feels nicer compared to most other Navigators. Like, I've reviewed a ton of these Navigator Reserves. Sadly, I've never been able to review a black label. Hopefully one day I will be able to do that. That being said though, it's just a really nice interior. It definitely has like a really nice luxury feel to it, and everything about this you can just tell has been like, I would say carefully thought over and thought through compared to most other SUVs in this segment. Most of them, they have nice materials, but they don't exactly have that like same feeling where you can just tell someone like seriously thought about how this interior is going to be put together. We're going to get another little acceleration here. Yeah, every single time, again, you just kind of ride in this wave of torque. It's not fast. I would definitely never call it a fast SUV. I would just say that it's adequate on power delivery. It has enough power, it gets you up to where you need to go, but it's not going to give you like that fast, sporty feeling. If you do want that like fast, sporty feeling with the Lincoln, that Aviator Grand Touring, I think Grand Touring Reserve that I drove with the hybrid, that thing is definitely like crazy quick for a thoroughbred SUV. That one's fun. I kind of want to drive one again. Now we are going to finish up the review right here, kind of going around this big sort of sweeper part down here. And where I would say that the Navigator stands, obviously this is an expensive SUV. It's almost 6 figures. $93,000 is a lot for an SUV, but ultimately this is a people mover. You can definitely move around a ton of people. You've got a ton of space in this. Also have good towing capabilities as well. And so this is kind of like one of those like dual purpose vehicles, or actually I'd say it's like tri-purpose. If you want a luxury vehicle, you want some like pickup truck usability in the sense that it has a good towing capacity, and then you want something that can move a ton of people around. That's where this is just super practical. So from like a practicality standpoint, it's really solid. Again, it's expensive, but it's kind of like you're getting 3 vehicles in one. You're getting a luxury vehicle, you're getting a people mover, and you're getting something that can tow. So just the capability in general on this is really solid. So if that's what you're looking for, or you just want to look like you're a baller that drives around the president, because I think the president would drive. I know that they usually go for Chevys, but like this is what he should drive. And yeah, definitely check out a Lincoln. There we have it, everyone. The all-new 2020 Lincoln Navigator with the monochromatic package. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Lincoln here in Provo for providing us with this Navigator. Definitely check out their inventory in the link below. If you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, and then I will see all of you in that next video.